New Bold and the Beautiful video hints Luna Nozawa's story isn't over. The Bold and the Beautiful is wrapping up 2025 and gearing up for New Year's. Obviously, the show is going to share a wrap-up of some of their best moments throughout the year. But why is Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, the star of the New Year's wrap-up video? Did B&B just confirm the popular theory that Luna Nozawa is very much still alive and will be back to wreak havoc in 2026? Keep reading to find out what's coming up next on the CBS soap. Spoilers down below. Is Luna Nozawa really dead on Bold and the Beautiful? Luna Nozawa has died a couple times on B&B, and a ways seems to resurface. It's no wonder fans refuse to believe Lisa Yamada has really left the building. The new Luna video on CBS YouTube page is just another clue that the character is coming back in 2026. If Luna was really gone, why would the soap still be promoting her? In an 8-minute-long video at that. Bold and Beautiful's new Luna video is appropriately titled Luna's Playing with Fire. The lengthy summary reads, as the year comes to an end, Luna's story reaches a new level of intensity. Driven by a desperate need for love, belonging, and control, she leaves chaos in her wake, challenging loyalties, exposing secrets, and keeping everyone guessing. Unpredictable and impossible to ignore, Luna will do whatever it takes to get what she wants. With a pregnancy raising the stakes and blurring the line between truth and deception, love, control, and survival collide in a year-ending chapter that changes everything. Luna's alive and still pregnant. Why is the CBS soap talking Luna Nozawa isn't dead? And in Luna's final moments before Dylan supposedly hit and killed her, she told Will Spencer Jr., Crew Morrow, that she had a miscarriage in prison and wasn't even pregnant anymore. The Bold and the Beautiful rumor mill has been hinting for months that Luna was still alive and still pregnant. Did the daytime show just confirm that's the truth? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and keep checking back here on Soap Opera Spy for new B&B spoilers and updates. Just when the Bold and the Beautiful viewers thought Luna Nozawa's heartbreaking chapter had reached its end, a newly released show video has reignited speculation and sent shockwaves through the fandom. The subtle clues, loaded visuals, and carefully chosen dialogue all point to one tantalizing conclusion. Luna's story is far from finished. And if the teasers are to be believed, her return could be darker, more explosive, and more emotional than anyone imagined. For weeks, Luna's arc felt like a tragic slow fade, a young woman caught between loyalty, love, and devastating betrayal. But soap operas rarely let characters like Luna simply disappear. And now, B&B appears to be confirming what fans have long suspected. Luna Nozawa still has unfinished business in Los Angeles. The video that changed everything. The newly dropped Bold and the Beautiful promo didn't explicitly name Luna, yet her presence loomed over every frame. A lingering shot of an empty office, once occupied by her. A voiceover about truths buried too deeply to stay hidden. And most telling of all, a quick flashback to Luna's tear-streaked face, looking both terrified and determined. Soap fans know better than to ignore those breadcrumbs. This wasn't nostalgia. This wasn't closure. This was a warning. The show has a long history of teasing returns through symbolic imagery, and Luna's inclusion in the video feels deliberate. The timing is especially suspicious, coming just as several major storylines are unraveling. Relationships fracturing, secrets resurfacing, and loyalties being tested. Luna's exit was never clean. Luna didn't leave the Bold and the Beautiful with her head held high or her heart at peace. She left wounded, betrayed, and emotionally fractured. Her trust was shattered, her sense of self shaken, and the people she relied on failed her when she needed them most. That kind of exit doesn't lead to healing. It leads to transformation. And in soap opera logic, transformation often means revenge, reckoning, or reinvention. Fans have pointed out that Luna never truly got justice. She absorbed the fallout of other people's lies, paid the price for choices she didn't fully make, and was left to carry the emotional burden alone. The video's tone suggests that Luna hasn't forgotten, and she hasn't forgiven. A darker Luna emerges? If Luna does return, viewers may not recognize her. The girl who once tried to do the right thing, even when it hurt her, could be gone. In her place may stand a woman who has learned that kindness is a liability in the ruthless world of fashion, power, and legacy families. The video's ominous music and shadow-heavy visuals suggest a darker edge. This isn't the story of a lost soul seeking redemption. This feels more like the calm before a storm, a calculated comeback that could upend several lives. Will Luna return with secrets of her own? Has she uncovered truths that could destroy powerful players? Or is she coming back to reclaim what was taken from her? Connections that still matter. One of the biggest clues that Luna's story isn't over lies in her unresolved relationships. Bold and the beautiful never leaves emotional loose ends untied unless they plan to yank on them later. Luna's past connections remain emotionally charged, unresolved, and ripe for drama. There are words left unsaid, apologies never given, truths never fully revealed. The video subtly references unfinished conversations and choices that echo, strongly hinting that someone in Los Angeles is about to be confronted by their past. And Luna may be the one holding the mirror. Why now? So why bring Luna back now? Because the bold and the beautiful is entering a phase of reckoning. Long-hidden secrets are surfacing. Characters who once felt untouchable are starting to crack. And Luna, with her unique perspective and emotional scars, could be the catalyst that pushes everything over the edge. Her return could expose lies others thought were safely buried. Or worse, force characters to confront the damage they caused and the consequences they avoided. And in true soap fashion, Luna may not arrive alone. The possibility that she returns with allies, information, or a completely new agenda only heightens the suspense. Fans are already buzzing. Social media erupted within minutes of the video's release. Fans dissected every frame, every line, every shadowy glance. Many agree on one thing: this wasn't accidental. Long-time viewers recognize the signs. When B&B wants a character gone, they disappear quietly. When they plan a comeback, they haunt the edges of the story first. Luna is haunting the edges, and fans are divided on what they want next. Some hope for redemption, a chance for Luna to reclaim her voice and find peace. Others are rooting for chaos, eager to see her flip the power dynamics and hold people accountable. Either way, the emotional investment is undeniable. What Luna's return could change. If Luna steps back into the canvas, expect ripple effects everywhere. Relationships will be tested, alliances may shatter, and characters who believed they'd moved on could find themselves dragged back into unresolved guilt and regret. Her presence alone could force long-avoided conversations. And in soap operas, conversations hovered over Los Angeles like a giant gold coin sinking into the Pacific, radiant, deceptive, and burning with unspoken truths. At Forrester Creations, whispers passed like secrets traded at a funeral. Someone had seen something, someone hadn't, and in the eye of the storm stood only one question. Is Luna Nozawa really dead? Chapter 1, The Fall, or was it? The night of the accident was exactly how you'd expect it. Glamorous, dangerous, and draped in secrets. Luna Nozawa, the vibrant, fearless designer whose beauty was matched only by her ambition, had been at the Forrester rooftop gala. Champagne flowed like laughter, and swaggering models posed against the city lights. But at midnight, beneath the champagne toasts and camera flashes, something cracked. Luna left the party alone. Minutes later, her body was found at the bottom of the stairwell, lifeless, motionless. A pool of tragedy closed around her like a lover's embrace. The police declared it an accident. Rumors said it was something more. But soap operas never do anything by halves. Chapter 2, A Different Kind of Evidence. Detective Ramirez was no stranger to Forrester drama. He'd handled his fair share of celebrity tangos and corporate vendettas. But Luna's case, the way her fingertips were scraped, the bruise on her ankle inconsistent with a simple fall. It made him pause. He reviewed the footage again. There, a shadow slipping after her. A flash of clothing that didn't match anyone at the party. And then a glint. Something metallic. A moment too calculated. Ramirez whispered into his recorder. This was no accident. But the lead detective's hunch couldn't shake the biggest problem of all. There was no body. The coroner's report listed Luna's death as official, but the coffin had already been sealed before the autopsy. Closed casket, no verification, which means the possibility remained. Luna could still be alive. Chapter 3. Grief that doesn't feel right. Paris Buckingham covered the news like every public disaster demanded her professional involvement. But behind the camera, behind the poised expressions, Paris knew grief. She knew the way loss twists your organs, feels like fire under the ribs. But this? Something felt too controlled, too staged. Paris remembered Luna's last expression at the party, a smile edged with something fearful. Paris whispered to her reflection. She didn't look like someone who thought tonight would be her last. Chapter 4. An anonymous whisper. Days after the funeral, Steffi Forrester was in the archives, the cavernous room of fabric swatches and mothballed gowns, when an envelope slipped out from under a bolt of silk. Inside, a single Polaroid. It was Luna, alive. Her hair was disheveled, cheeks hollow, eyes not frantic, but purposeful, and scrawled underneath. Told you I wasn't done yet. Steffi's breath caught. She knew that handwriting. It was Luna's. But why? Why fake her death? Chapter 5. The Truth Beneath the Surface. At Il Giardino, under amber lights and Italian wine, Ridge Forrester confronted the world. What if she's alive? He asked. Everyone laughed at first, a nervous, uncomfortable laugh. But then silence. Because what if? Ridge had seen too many secrets unravel to take anything at face value. He remembered Luna's relentless drive, her secret meetings, her late-night phone calls. She was hiding something big. And now maybe she was hiding from something bigger. Chapter 6. The Message That Changed Everything. Steffi received another note, this one by text. If you want answers, go to the pier at 2 a.m. alone. Attached was a photo, Luna's bracelet, the one she never took off. Steffi hesitated. But the thing about soap opera mysteries? You follow the breadcrumbs, especially when they feel like your heart is tangled in them. Chapter 7. Midnight at the Pier. The waves slapped against wooden posts like applause from ghostly hands. Steffi stood on the pier, wind ripping at her hair, heart thudding. Then she saw it, a figure approaching, slow, cautious, familiar. Luna, alive, but different, hardened, changed. Steffi gasped. Luna, she whispered. Luna's eyes were shadowed, not with fear, but with calculation. You're here, she said softly. That means you believe me. Steffi's mouth opened, then words closed tight like a lock. Why didn't you tell anyone you were alive? She finally asked. Luna's gaze drifted to the moonlit water. Because I didn't want anyone to find me, she said. Not until I knew who tried to kill me. Chapter 8. The Scheme Behind the Smile. Luna explained. The rooftop party was never supposed to be a celebration. It was supposed to be a trap. Someone wanted her out of the picture. But she had a plan to expose them first. Tier after tier of deception, she said, until her adversary would be unable to wriggle free. But the plan went sideways. Someone knew. Someone waited. Luna feigned a fall. She timed it so her death would be assumed. But she never fully fell, just hidden. Only someone else thought they'd finished the job. And that was the moment Luna vanished into the shadows of her own making. Chapter 9. The Enemy in Plain Sight. Steffi listened, stunned. Who? She pressed. Luna's eyes narrowed. The person behind Forrester Creations' newest hostile buyout, Luna said. Someone who wanted me gone, and the design I discovered that could bankrupt them. A name snapped into focus. But before Steffi could speak it, a figure stepped from the shadows. Dark suit, cold eyes, eyes that had watched them both for far too long. Luna. Steffi. The voice was smooth, too smooth. I think we need to talk. Chapter 10. The cliffhanger no one saw coming. Was it the enemy? A friend? A foe in disguise? The night spiraled into tension that could snap like a violin string in a dramatic crescendo. But one thing was certain. Luna Nozawa wasn't dead. Not in spirit. Not in truth. And maybe, just maybe, not in life. Her disappearance wasn't a tragedy, it was a strategy. And now, as the pier hummed with the ocean song, the real game had begun. Epilogue. The truth between the lines. So, is Luna Nozawa really dead on the bold and the beautiful? Not in this story. Not in the suspense of unanswered questions. Not in the mystery that binds families, rivals, lovers, and enemies. Because in the world of Forrester drama, where secrets are currency and truth is a luxury, death isn't final. It's a plot twist. And Luna? She's just getting started. And the beautiful fans thought they had finally laid Luna Nozawa to rest. A chilling possibility is rippling through Los Angeles. What if Luna isn't dead at all? And what if she's still pregnant? The truth may be far darker, more emotional, and far more explosive than anyone imagined. For weeks, viewers mourned Luna's apparent death, a tragedy that sent shockwaves through the Forrester orbit. Tears were shed, goodbyes were whispered. Regrets haunted those who loved her and those who failed her. But in true soap fashion, the story may be far from over. In fact, all signs are pointing to a jaw-dropping reveal that could rewrite everything we thought we knew. The death that never sat right. Let's be honest, Luna's death always felt off. There was no extended goodbye, no lingering hospital vigil, no dramatic last words spoken to the man she loved. Just chaos, confusion, and unanswered questions. For a character as layered, emotional, and narratively important as Luna Nozawa, the exit felt rushed, almost deliberately vague. And soaps rarely leave loose ends by accident. Whispers have begun circulating that Luna's body was never clearly shown. The circumstances surrounding her death were murky and key details were suspiciously glossed over. In the world of bold and the beautiful, that usually means one thing. Someone is hiding the truth. A secret rescue? What if Luna didn't die, but was saved in secret? Imagine this. Critically injured, unconscious, and believed to be beyond help. Luna is quietly transported away. Not to a public hospital, not to a place where questions could be asked, but somewhere hidden. Somewhere safe. Somewhere designed to keep her alive and out of sight. Who would do such a thing? The answer could be more shocking than fans expect. A powerful enemy seeking leverage. A desperate ally trying to protect her. Or someone with a personal stake in the life growing inside her. Because yes, the pregnancy changes everything. Still pregnant and in danger. Before her supposed death, Luna was carrying a child. A fact that instantly raised the emotional stakes. That baby represented hope, redemption, and a future that Luna desperately wanted. If she's still alive, then so is the pregnancy, and that child could become the most dangerous secret in Los Angeles. What if Luna was hidden away specifically because she was pregnant? A baby ties people together forever. It creates obligations. It exposes secrets. It threatens carefully constructed lies. Someone with something to lose might go to extreme lengths to ensure that baby is born far from prying eyes. And what if Luna herself doesn't even know who saved her? Trapped between life and lies. Picture Luna waking up in a quiet, unfamiliar room. No memories of how she survived. No phone. No windows. Only a voice assuring her she's safe. Safe from what? Or from whom? As the weeks pass, her pregnancy progresses. Her body changes. The reality sets in. She's alive, she's carrying a child, and the world thinks she's dead. The emotional toll would be unbearable. Every kick from the baby would be both a comfort and a reminder of everything she's lost. Does her family grieve her while she's still breathing? Does the father of her child believe he's lost them both forever? That kind of torment is exactly the sort of storytelling B&B thrives on. The man who never let go. Somewhere in Los Angeles, someone hasn't moved on. Despite the funeral, despite the finality, despite everyone telling him to accept the truth, he feels her. He senses something isn't right. Dreams haunt him. He hears her voice. He imagines what their child would have looked like. And what happens when instinct collides with reality? One anonymous tip, one blurry photo, one medical bill that doesn't add up. That's all it takes for the hunt to begin. The baby bombshell that changes everything. If Luna returns, alive, pregnant, and furious, the fallout will be nuclear. This isn't just about survival. It's about betrayal. Who declared her dead? Who signed off on the lie? Who kept the father from knowing his child was alive? When Luna finally steps back into the light, she won't be the same woman who disappeared. Trauma changes people. Motherhood changes people. And the combination of both could turn Luna into one of the most powerful, unpredictable forces the show has seen in years. She won't just want answers. She'll want justice. A return that shatters Los Angeles. Imagine the moment. A crowded room. Emotions already running high. And then silence. Luna stands in the doorway. Alive. Pregnant. Watching the faces of those who buried her. Shock. Guilt. Tears. Fear. And then the ultimate question hangs in the air. Did you really think I was gone? That single moment would ripple through every storyline. Romances destroyed, secrets exposed, alliances shattered. And the baby? That child would instantly become the center of the storm, the living proof that the truth can be buried but never erased. The truth always finds a way. In soaps, death is rarely the end. Sometimes it's just the beginning. And if Luna Nozawa is alive and still pregnant, the bold and the beautiful may be gearing up for one of its most emotional, shocking, and unforgettable storylines in years. Because when a woman comes back from the dead carrying a child the world was never meant to know about,